Good morning, yogis. Welcome to Soul Revolution. This is week 4 and our first yoga practice for this week. So, welcome to week 4. I'm so happy that we've had this time together. It's been really remarkable just to walk with you on your journeys. This morning, we're gonna need blocks or pillows and blankets for your practice. So go ahead and grab those things and then make your way over onto your mat. We're going to start out in a supported back bend. So you can bring your block or your pillow or your bolster behind your shoulder blades. You just want to make sure that it's not anywhere in your cervical spine, so not anywhere in your neck. And you can extend your legs long, or if it feels better to you, you can bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together, and let your knees splay out wide. So you get to choose this morning how you begin your practice. Just go ahead and come all the way onto your back in your supported back bend, supported fish pose, supported heart opener. Arrive onto your yoga mat. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide. Exhale, release with a sigh, let it all go. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Let your jaws relax. Put a little space between your teeth. Let your tongue rest heavy in your mouth. Allow yourself to completely just start to let go. Let go of whatever it took for you to get here this morning. Whatever is happening after you leave. Just allow yourself to be present. Bring awareness to your inhale and to your exhale. Just feel your breath on your upper lip. See if you can exhale even more. Release your breath. And just allow yourself to arrive fully to this moment. What would you do? What would you do if you were not afraid? That's my question for you this morning. What would you do if you were not afraid? In some ways, this is a little bit of a trick question because when you are in your truth, the state of the seer, the witness, which we talked about last week, when you're in this state, you're not afraid. This is called dhyana, where there is no longer the seer, but only the seen. But the question, what would you do if you were not afraid, is also a helpful question because most of us are not in dhyana. Most of us are not in the state of the seen, at least not all the time. And when we confront our fear, it helps us to broaden our perspective. As you consider your own answer to this question, you can see once again the power of training the mind in asana, pranayama, and meditation. Time spent on our mats or on our meditation cushions has the potential to be time spent when we are not afraid. From the vantage point of our practice, we are able to view our lives without the corrosive influence of fear. As the mind becomes accustomed to stillness, we are able to move out of fear and into stillness with increasing skill and ease. The fear that is a product of our distracted mind loses its significance and becomes no more than an indication that we have not been paying attention. Fear is our reminder to resume living in the real, in the now, in the truth. We begin to know what we would do if we were not afraid. Stay connected to your breath. And just allow yourself to be in this moment, allowing your mind to start to still. Focus on your breath. Just inhale and exhale. See if you can draw your breath in deeper. Draw your breath in through your nose, down into your lungs, down into your belly. And when you exhale, empty completely. Hollow out your belly. Let it all go. And focus on the rhythm of your breath. Notice when your thoughts start to pull you out of your practice. And just come back to your inhale and to your exhale. On your next inhale, start to awaken. Stretch your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers. Press your hands back towards the back of the room. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. On your exhale, if your knees are splayed out, take your hands to the outside edges of your knees. Guide your knees in together. And then roll off of your blocks or bolsters onto your right side. Gently push yourself up to a seated position. And we're just going to make our way into child's pose. So take your knees wide, big toes touch. Sink your hips back to your heels, stretch your arms out in front of you. You can find a supported child's pose by taking a bolster in front of you or a blanket in front of you. Let your forehead rest on the earth or on a block. If the floor feels like it's far away, bring the floor closer to you. Stay connected to your breath. This morning, welcome the art of being into your practice. We spend so much time doing. Allow yourself to just be. And begin to notice where in your body you're holding tension or heaviness, stiffness, fatigue. And start to become aware of those spaces and bring your breath to those spaces in your body. If you feel tension in your shoulders, bring your inhale right to your shoulders. Breathe in deeper. See if you can get really expansive on your inhale. And then on your exhale, see what you can soften and release. Relax your shoulders, let it all go. Notice your ribs. Maybe you hold tension in your ribs. If you feel it there, take your inhale right to your ribs, breathe deep. Creating space on your inhale, and on your exhale, let it all go. Release. Maybe you feel tension in your belly. Bring a deep inhale right to your belly, fill up, soften. Exhale, let it all go, release. Or maybe in your hips. Inhale, breathe deep into your hips. Maybe wiggle from side to side a little bit. And then exhale, let it go, release. And just allow your whole body to start to relax and soften. And notice that as the body begins to relax and soften, the mind follows suit. And it's easier for the mind to still. Notice if you can relax even more. Is there another part of your body that you can soften? Maybe you feel your fingers gripping the earth. Maybe your feet feel tense. Relax your hands. Relax your feet. Just allow yourself to be. And then notice your thoughts. Begin to witness your mind. Very gently, bring your hands down underneath your shoulders. Push into your palms and find your way into a tabletop position. Palms underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then from here, bring your forearms down to the earth. You're going to make an 11 with your forearms. Extend your legs back behind you for a Sphinx pose. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Relax your shoulders over your ears. Lengthen the crown of your head towards the sky. And just breathe. Life is a gift. And through time, through our experiences, we can forget what a gift it is. We can become weary, uninspired, disconnected, distracted, detached even. We can lose connection to our own inner fire. We can lose connection to our own unique experience of being alive and feeling and being who we truly are. So again, I ask you the question, what would you do if you weren't afraid? What would you do? What direction would you allow your life to go in? If you knew you couldn't fail, if you had all of the support you needed, if you had the resources you needed, what would you do? Notice when you begin to witness this experience, when answers to this question start to manifest in your mind. Notice if you're quick to judge or quick to dismiss. This morning, practice the art of allowing. What if you just allowed yourself to dream this morning, to connect with your vision, whatever it might be? Go to the places that you've been afraid to go to. Allow yourself to experience what it feels like to live your dream. And remember, you are not your thoughts. So when critical thoughts or judgment or fear creep into your mind, focus back on your dream. Keep your elbows just as they are, but take your hands off the edges of your mat. Push into your palms and straighten your arms, lift your elbows up, creating a deeper back bend, seal pose. Draw your shoulders away from your ears, create more space. As you practice experiencing your dream, you nurture your spirit. And as you witness your experience, you can begin to become aware of self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging behaviors, untruths that are patterns deeply ingrained into the way we interact with the world. This is valuable information. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Make a little pillow for your face with your hands. And stretch your arms out wide. Palms face down. Start to roll onto your right side. So bring your right ear down to the earth. Bring your left hand right by your left shoulder and just start to roll onto your right side. When you arrive on your right side, bend your top leg. So bend your top knee, it's your left leg, and place the sole of your left foot on the floor behind you. Make sure that you keep your right arm extended out to your side. So you don't want to reach it up over your head or down by your hips. You want to keep it stretched out. And then you have options here. You can keep your left hand in front of you and use it as support. Or you can stretch your left arm up to the sky, bend your left elbow, and place your left hand on the floor behind you. The really incredible thing about this practice is that when we start to dream and vision and we witness our limiting beliefs and our self-sabotaging behaviors, but we don't let them overcome us, and we become familiar with the ways that they show up, but we remember to breathe through them, not to give in. Then when we start to live out our dreams in real life, we know already what obstacles might come up that are our own. So we know and we understand what our own roadblocks are and the ways that we take ourselves off track. So be grateful for every single thought that you have this morning. What is it that lights you up? What fills you? What excites you? What brings you back to life? Notice if you feel resistance in your body. If you do, take a deep breath. And exhale, let it go. Very gently come back onto your belly, slowly Unfurl, take your time. There's no rush. Unwind. Feeling every little creak as you readjust. Coming back to center. Make a little pillow for your face with your hands. And take a moment to reconnect with your breath. On your next inhale, stretch your arms out wide. Bend your right elbow, walk your right hand in towards you about halfway, turn your left ear to the mat. Start to roll onto your left side. And then when you arrive there, bend your right knee, place the sole of your right foot on the earth behind you. You can either keep your right hand in front of you and use it as support, or if you want a little bit of a deeper shoulder stretch, reach your right arm to the sky, bend your right elbow, and just let your right hand rest on the mat behind you. What does it feel like to live your dream? To be authentically you. How do you spend your time? What type of people do you surround yourself with? Notice your left shoulder if you feel resistance, if you feel tension, tightness. Take a breath in. Exhale, release, let it go. Soften. very slowly start to unwind. Take your time coming back. Make your way onto your belly. All the way onto your belly. Stretch your arms out wide. And then bend your elbows. Make a little pillow for your face with your hands. From here, walk your hands down to the bottom of your rib cage. Tuck your toes, lift your hips for downward facing dog. And we'll just be here for a moment. This is a transition. But while you're here, explore your body. Notice how you feel. If you want to take a moment and pedal it out or wag your tail, give yourself permission to do so. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your knees. From here, step your right foot outside your right hand. Slide your left knee back. Pad your left knee if you like. Make your way down onto your forearms for lizard pose. Dragon pose. I always like to call it dragon because it feels so much more fierce to me than lizard. If you want more, you can tuck your left toes under and lift your back knee up. You can stay up on your hands or a block, or you can come all the way down onto your forearms. You just want to make sure that your right toes point out and they stay in line with your knee. Stay focused on your breath, your inhale, your exhale. Notice what it feels like to expand your comfort zone this morning. What it feels like to be challenged. And notice if the voices of your self-limiting beliefs or your sabotaging behaviors get even louder. What if I can't? Because, and then all of the stories that you tell yourself that are not true. And just notice what the patterns are. You don't need to escape anything. Sit with it and breathe. But as you do, hold your vision, hold your dream in your heart. You don't have to submit to your fears. You'll see that when you don't, you are just fine. Better, even. So what if, in this moment, you practice gratitude? Gratitude for everything that is showing up on the landscape of your mind. Gratitude for your fears, for your limited beliefs, to your self-sabotaging behaviors, to your patterns, for making themselves known. Like an old familiar friend, you can get to know them. And when they show up, it's like, hey, old friend, yeah, I've seen you before. I know what you're about. But I've got something really magical that I've got to make happen. I can't play into the drama right now. Take another deep breath in. Come back up onto your hands. Bring your right knee back in line with the left. Find your tabletop position. Shake your hips out from side to side. And then step your left foot outside your left hand. Slide your right knee back. Make sure you turn your left toes out so that your toes are in the same line as your knee. And then you can stay up on your hands. You can come down to blocks or come down to your forearms if you want a little bit more activation. If you want to feel a little bit more intensity, then lift your back knee up. And so, back to your dream, back to your vision, back to whatever it is you would do if you weren't afraid. How does it feel to know that you don't have to submit to your fears? How does it feel to know that you could just start taking one little tiny step every day towards your vision? It doesn't have to be big, but you've started. You're already on the path. You're on the journey right here, right now. How does it feel to live your truth? To be authentically you? Allow yourself to be in this experience fully. Immerse yourself in your vision. Soak it all in. And as you experience your vision, remember just to breathe deep when you feel heaviness, when you feel blockages, when you feel resistance. Just breathe. When something's in your way, breathe. When your fears show up, breathe. When you feel challenged, breathe. But just come back to your vision, your truth. When you release shame, guilt, anger, frustration, anxiety, and fear, you create so much space for joy. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Slowly come back up onto your hands. Take your time, there's no rush. And find your way back into your tabletop. Shake your hips from side to side and let it all go. And then from here, we'll set up for swan. So you can come onto your back for a reclined swan, or if you like, you can bring your right knee behind your right wrist, your right ankle somewhere behind your left wrist. It may be in close to your hip, and that is okay. Slide your left leg back, and then fold forward. How can you soften even more? Where can you release and let go? As you sit with your vision, what is one thing, one more thing that you can do today when you get off of your mat and you move on with your day? What's one more thing you can do to bring you closer to your vision, to your dream, to your truth, to your authenticity? One thing, one action. Very slowly make your way back into a tabletop. You can extend your right leg back behind you, stretch it out. If you want to bend your knee, you can do that, whatever feels good. And then place your right knee next to the left. We'll switch sides, bring your left knee behind your left wrist, slide your right leg back. There's a great story called The Dream Keeper. Sometimes it's hard for us to give ourselves permission to feel our dreams, because for so long we've limited ourselves, or we've limited what we think we can accomplish. But somewhere inside everyone's heart, our dreams lie waiting. If you're not sure how to find your dream, ask the dream keeper. Her heart is the sun. Her eyes are the stars. Her voice is the wind. And she will whisper your dream into your ear. Once long ago, there was a little girl who could talk to birds. When she was little, she was happy. She walked in the forest and she played by the stream and never ever thought about her purpose in life. But as she grew older, she asked herself, why am I here? Where am I going? Who am I? No one could answer these questions, so one day she walked into the forest. Maybe the birds will know, she thought. They are my friends, and I will talk to them. Look at how they live. There is no hesitation in their flight. There is no hesitation in their song. Surely they know their purpose. Maybe they know mine too. She walked until she saw a beautiful eagle. Eagle, she said, what is your purpose? To fly above the earth, the eagle replied. From there I can see all things. Here is my feather. Fly with me. Next she saw a hawk. Hawk, she said, what is your purpose? To be a messenger, the hawk replied. I bring news of things to come. Here is my feather. Listen to my call. Then a tiny hummingbird flew by. Hummingbird, she asked, what is your purpose? To love the flowers, the hummingbird replied. My wings are their music. Here is my feather. Hold it close to your heart. Then she saw a graceful swan. Swan, she asked, what is your purpose? To live in beauty, the swan replied. Though the water is muddy, I see only my reflection. Here is my feather. Live in peace. The girl sat down next to a river. The sunlight warmed the water, and it was beautiful, but she was still sad. I know the purpose of all the birds, she said, but what is my purpose? And then a dragonfly with wings like paper flew by. The dragonfly saw the girl was sad, and he wanted to help her. And you, dragonfly, the girl finally asked, what is your purpose? To help people find their dreams, the dragonfly replied. Help me then, the girl said. I wish to know my dream. You must visit the dream keeper, the dragonfly said. She will tell you. She lives nearby. The girl looked around. There was no path anywhere. There was no one calling her name. The only noise was the sound of the river going over the rocks. Where is her house? The girl asked. The wind will tell you, the dragonfly replied. Listen to the wind. And then the dragonfly flew away, but the girl stood up. She listened for the wind, but the air was still. Just then, a soft breeze blew in the trees, and she followed the breeze into the forest. Finally, the breeze stopped, and the forest was still. Dreamkeeper, the girl asked softly, but there was only silence. The grass quivered, the leaves rustled, and a voice as beautiful as spring whispered, "Ask your question." "I know the purpose of all the birds," the girl said, "but what is my purpose?" "To find your dream and follow it," the dreamkeeper replied. "Then tell me my dream," the girl said. "You're the dream keeper." "Come closer, and I will whisper your dream into your ear, but you must be still. Listen, listen, hush." The girl felt the breeze blow gently, oh so gently, into her waiting ear. And with a smile, she recognized now and forever the voice of the dream keeper. Then from within her heart, she heard the music of the hummingbird. She saw the beauty of the swan. She heard the sharp call of the hawk, and she flew with the eagle high above the earth, and she knew her dream. And she followed it, and she was happy. Very gently come back into tabletop. Find a comfortable seat for just a moment. And we'll move into Bhairava Mudra, which is our mudra of liberation. So you can take your left hand down in front of you, just let it rest in your lap. Turn your palm face up. Actually, your non-dominant hand, let's say that. And then you'll place your dominant hand on top of the other one, both palms facing up, and then bring your thumbs to touch. Sit up tall, close your eyes. It's our mudra of liberation. Our recognition as we hold this mudra is that we honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. We recognize that each of us has a unique dream within our hearts, within our spirits, a gift. Receive your gift. When you're ready, peacefully make your way down onto your back for Shavasana. Just let your arms rest at your sides, palms face up to receive. What each must seek in life never was on land or on the sea. It is something out of his own or her own unique potentiality for experience. Something that never has been and never could have been experienced by anyone else. That's a quote by Joseph Campbell. Allow yourself to experience your dream. Soften into your Shavasana. Let go of your practice and just be. Slowly, just begin to deepen your breath. Find more expanse on your inhale and even more release on your exhale. Taking these next few moments just to clear out anything else that you might want to leave on your mat this morning. And begin to come back to the room, back to your yoga mat. Start to make some subtle movements. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, make circles with your ankles and your wrists. On an inhale, stretch your arms overhead. On an exhale, squeeze your knees in. Give yourself a big hug. Interlace your fingers over your shins. Rock gently from side to side. Eventually finding your way onto your right side. And then when you're ready, use the strength of your arms to push you up to a comfortable seat. Bring your palms to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Bow your head, close your eyes, take a moment in gratitude for everything that was revealed to you in your practice this morning, both vision and challenges. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. This is a great quote, I love it. Ask yourself what makes you come alive. So what sets your heart on fire? What is your passion? What activates you? Because the world just needs more people that are alive, awake, and living in their truth. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you. So good to see you. Thank you. Hey, Isaac. He's getting to do lots of yoga lately. I love it. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later. Bye.